Oh man. Welcome back everybody. New year, new you, right? We're gonna talk about e-bikes for a minute. We're gonna talk about that one specifically in a minute, but right now, I think a lot of the people that watch this channel have a lot in common with me. I work a lot, I'm very busy. I work really hard to enjoy the work that I'm doing, but I don't necessarily stop for fun regularly. Also, I don't stop for exercise regularly, not nearly as much as I should. And on top of that, who doesn't like a dose of nostalgia every now and again?
You make me go up this big hill, and instead you give me a Twinkie.
I love riding bikes. It makes me feel like a kid again. It's something that I loved as a kid, and I still enjoy it. It's still fun. The yard is littered with bicycles that I purchased and rode into the ground. This one is not yet into the ground. It's still my running bicycle. We took this on the road trip to California. So despite the fact that I do enjoy this bicycle and I need the exercise, some days when I'm tired after a long day of doing whatever it is I've done that day, I don't want to jump on the bicycle. It's not that I don't want to get out there, like if I'm running out for a bite to eat or need to run to the grocery store or whatever, I kind of pass that up if I'm beat, because getting out there is fine, but I probably don't want to get myself back. That's where something like this comes in handy. I take this thing all the time. I haven't had it that long and I've got over 40 miles on it already. If you've never been on an e-bike, let me explain how this might be something that gets you back out to being active and having a good time. Just any e-bike. But we'll get into the details of this one later. For all intent and purpose, this works just like a regular bicycle. Pedals, brakes, 7 speeds. But here's the thing. If you've never been on one of these, you power it up and you have a pedal assist level. By mashing the plus and minus buttons, you're changing the level of pedal assist. So what that means is, as you're putting in the effort, the bike will also put in some effort for you, from levels 1 to 5. So if you're tired, or let's say you're a little out of shape and you want to get back into shape, this can sort of help you bridge that gap. Now, it's a tool for commuting as well. It allows you to save some of your energy and let the bike do some of the work for you, but it also allows for you to put in the same amount of effort and go faster and faster. Now, this thing is ridiculously fast, up to 36 miles an hour. So I work to keep the pedal assist and the gearing at a point where I'm actually pedaling and putting in some effort. And because of the pedal assist and the speed increase, I will commute with this thing on bike lanes far further than I would take my traditional bike, because I can get there quicker. It doesn't become an all-day project. But also, if I'm really bushed and I don't want to make it on the way back, these e-bikes also just have a throttle. This one is a half-handle throttle. Just by twisting this, the bike will move itself. I feel like these are a pretty good option to get yourself off the couch and doing some exercise that you think is fun. I can't handle the gym, man. Like, it's not my thing. But if I can be active, have some fun, and honestly, like, again, like all things, sometimes I'm just combining stuff that I need to do with fun, and I'll just take it to the grocery store and knock an errand out as well. And it's way more fun than driving and sitting at the stoplights and sitting in traffic and sort of zoning out, just trying to get from A to B. Instead, I take the bike lanes, I look around, get some fresh air, move a little bit. And that's exactly what we're gonna do today. I'm actually gonna take this for a 10-mile round trip to a sandwich stand. It's gonna be awesome. So this thing does require a little assembly, but it comes with all the tools required to do so. But out of the box, everything was pretty well adjusted. You're just kind of bolting on the luggage rack and the fenders and the front forks and stuff, but brakes and everything are already set up and dialed in, which is great because I don't really know how to adjust those. And this one comes with hydraulic brakes, which in my opinion, it's almost a must for a bicycle that can do 20 miles an hour. Like, disc brakes are great, but hydraulic disc brakes are very, very important. Hydraulic brakes, 7-speed shifter. It comes with a headlight, a tail light, and this thumb switch for turn signals too, which is pretty great. The headlight's awesome. I ride this thing a lot at night, considering right now it's still the winter and the sun goes down real early, like before I'm done doing whatever it is that I'm doing. So it's got a great big battery. It comes with a charger, 1800 watt motor, which is more than enough. It says a 500-pound limit. Adjustable front suspension, adjustable rear suspension, and 4x26 inch tires. that has made for a very soft ride, but you can adjust it if you want something else out of it. I don't really know how to do that because I don't know much about these, but you can. So it claims a 36 mile an hour top speed, and I can confirm it will do that, and an 86 mile range. Now, that is all subject to how much effort you put in and how much effort you want the bike to put in, and hills and all that other stuff. But what I will say is this battery life does seem to have a whole bunch of range. It's got a full charge. We'll do 10 miles on it today, and we'll see what the actual charge is like when we get back here. Because, you know, we may detour. Who knows? Got a bag for the goods and a water. Let's go for an adventure. So the way I operate this thing is I basically shift through all of the gears on the handle, and then when I run out of gears, I kind of shift up onto this, and when that gets too hard to pedal, I shift down. You'll figure it out. But we're on pedal assist 1. We're doing 13 miles an hour. I got 6 more gears to get through. Wait a minute. Some of you guys know who that is. I love Operation Ivy, man. It's kind of neat. Never would have seen it if I weren't on my bike. Adventures, you know? I mean, this is the thing. It's really peaceful, you know, like it's fun. There's nobody really around. We passed by a couple cars on the road, but I'm safely in the bike lane. Bike lanes are growing everywhere. May as well take advantage of it. And like, just watching people tune out as they sit in traffic. Like everybody pulls out their phone as soon as the stoplight turns, and like, they're just so bored. And the way modern cars are, they're so quiet, they can be really isolating. You know, like you're sort of tuning out the entire world around you, just trying to get from where you were to where you need to go. And on a bicycle, you're the part of it is just the going, you know, like, I don't know. I really enjoy it. It's how I used to get everywhere as a kid, you know? The most important thing is I think it's fun. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. The second is I need some exercise, which, see rule number 1. If I didn't enjoy this, I wouldn't do it. But I do enjoy it, so I do it. This is actually super cool, too. I've never been on a bike to this place. So like, this whole bike lane is brand new to me, and there's a traffic light down there that I hate sitting through because it takes forever. But I didn't sit through it at all, you know? Maybe we'll drop the hammer on the way back just to compare commuting times. Man, what a lovely day. I'm in this weird little bicycle roundabout. I didn't even know it existed, but there's bicycle parking, no cars, and there's actually another way for me to get out of here on my bike only. Here, kind of overdid the sandwich situation because we're on an adventure.
Utah, give me 2.
Our adventure might be undoing the exercise of it all, but whatever. It's an adventure. Got out, got moving. Wouldn't be here if it weren't for being on a bike. I'm not trying to overdo it, but what I'm saying is, if I were in a car, I would have parked, I would have walked up, got my thing, and gotten out, you know, and headed back to be busy again. So, here I am. Look at this. Oh, man. Italian sausage, peppers, and onions, and provolone. Can't go wrong, gang. Oh, man. And BLT. Half of that guy's already gone. I just dove right in. But just for kicks, you know, talking about slowing it down, it thinks it's a 10-minute drive back to the casa, and it thinks it's a 21-minute bike ride. So I think I'm just gonna boogie back at a normal pace and just see what it takes compared to what the drive would be, because the bike lanes bypass a lot of the traffic lights. So I'm kind of curious what the real time will be on an e-bike like that. Leftover sandwich safely stowed. So I was just acting like I was commuting. I was setting the passenger assist level. I was setting the assist level like enough that I was still putting effort in, and I made it back here in 12 minutes. It said 10 minutes by car, plus I would have had to walk and like get to my parking space and all that stuff. I rolled right up to bicycle parking, had a good time, and the bike lanes took me through a lot of the traffic. So I've got 64 miles on this thing so far, and it's been great. Even after that trip, battery's still showing full, so we got a lot more to go. I have charged this thing, but it's been few and far between, so I don't even remember how many times I've charged it. All right, gang, I'm gonna use this opportunity to say again, like, even if this bike is not the one for you, consider an electric bike if you're not getting out as much as you should. I can't up the selling points enough. I got a little exercise, I got a little more adventure than I planned for, and I saw more stuff than I would have with a car and engaged my surroundings a little bit more. And I think we could all stand to do a little bit of that. If you are in the market for this particular bike, I highly recommend it. I've had no problems with it, and I do really enjoy it. Not an e-bike aficionado. I can't compare it to a bunch of other bikes. All I can do is tell you that it works well for me. So, as always, good luck on your projects out there, and we will see you next time on Between the Sharks.